Well, hello.
Oh, hello, chap.
We are at train station number 7, Compose. How are you?
I compose myself.
You are in need of some composure, indeed.
I'm going through liters of it at the moment. I'm thinking about applying it anally
Huh?
currently.
And
Like an
sitting
enema
on?
op by die portenjords.
Yeah, like this. Okay. So, train number 7 is inflammation, reduces pain and swelling, sometimes when you need it. Release muscle spasms, calm overwhelms, ease tension, headaches, ease frustration, invoke self-control. Now, guys and girls, as you can remember on our previous podcast, we spoke about what all the pillars are for your medicine that you do. And as you can remember, if you don't, I think we'll put a link up and above or in the description on the explanation of how your brain works. This stuff is actually there to facilitate brain function and enables your brain portion that needs to work or that's putting you not at ease so that you can be at number 7 at ease. Isn't it?
Baie mooi.
Talk to me.
To start off with, this is your favorite Embark.
Give it to me, baby.
So this is Mr. Francois van Astegen's number. Number 7, Embark number 7, Compose, the oil of composure. And I want to take you on the journey of Embark number 7 with me because you love it so much. Do you remember when you and I were young? Kinders. There was a Vicks chappie that we used to love by the cafe. And then we would blaas die lekker bubbles. Onthou jy daai Vicks chappies?
Chappies bubble gum.
Kan jy daai Vicks chappies onthou?
And the song. Yes.
So, this oil, this elixir, smells exactly like the Vicks chappie. So the clients and the patients come into the practice and they go, ons soek daai Vicks chappies olie. So this smells like that Vicks chappie because the main ingredient in it is called wintergreen. The other pillar of Embark number 7 is it is deep heat on steroids. So before I named it composure, I called it the blue pain oil. It's a blue, beautiful blue color.
I'm blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-doo. Roll number 7 on. Do-da. Okay?
It's a blue color and it smells like Vicks chappies. And as you apply it, it releases inflammation. So this is the blue pain oil, die blauw pyn olie. Ek gaan daai stoel waarop jy sit, blauw pyn olie. Wat so raas terwyl ons toe hier probeer professioneel
It required
wees.
some oil, yeah.
Ja, hy kort 'n lubie.
Yeah.
Right, so how I now love to explain the blue pine oil is I want you to think of Top Gun. And the theme song of Top Gun gaan mos ding ding. Kan jy nie speel op jou gitaar nie? Waar's jou gitaar? So, ek verduidelik dit so. Ding 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 tere tere ta tere ta tere ta tere ta ta. Dun dun ta tere tere ta. So, the male clients love number 7 because it releases that aggression and that spasm, and you continuously have to compose yourself when your clutch cable wants to go. So, watching Top Gun the other day, the new one, I was looking at Tom Cruise and how he was going on as the fighter pilot and how calm a man needs to remain when he is behind the stick of that plane, landing on the middle of the sea, of the ocean, on a tanker ship, without an aanloopbaan, under high pressure. So the number 7 personality and the number 7 is all about the assassin, the fighter pilot, the person that can work under severe pressure. So composure, to compose myself, is to remain calm under pressure. Now, if I compose myself, and it was for my so oulik, you know, you and I love music. I'm a big lover of classical music, and in a symphony, the strings are my favorite. The violin and the cello. The string of a guitar, the string of the cello, the string of the violin. And a composition or composing a beautiful piece of music allows you to create something beautiful. But if your strings are too tight or too loose and you don't compose together properly, that symphony is not going to give you the beautiful piece of music you want. So that's why the song of the Top Gun, where they go ting, ting, ting with the strings, hit my heart immediately. And I thought, yeah, this is such a nice way to explain composing and composure to people, because if I compose myself too much, as ek myself te veel inhou, as ek onderdruk, when I repress, that snare, what is that snare in Engels?
It goes tighter.
It goes tighter and tighter
Dong,
and
dong,
tighter.
ding, ding,
And what
ding,
happens if you compose too much? What happens?
It's going to snap.
Dis hy, die clutch cable
Uh-huh.
snap. Yes. And that's what happens with you and with me. We are incredibly perfectionistic people. We strive for excellence. We like systems. We like a symphony to play beautifully together. And when the composition and the composing is not working in sync, our clutch cable goes. Now, if we don't put our boundaries early on to say, this is going to happen, we
Or
carry on.
someone's composure is out of tune.
Dankie. Then what happen? Dit is fantasties hoe hierdie analogy wat ek nou vanoggend hier vir julle gee. Ek is so beïndruk met myself. Ja, dis Superman hierso.
No, I need to see something there, please.
So what happens is, if you look at the 4 pillars: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. Physical, if I cannot compose, I overcompose or I decompose, I'm going to have muscle spasms, inflammation, body ache, stiffness. Right. If I don't compose and learn to compose myself mentally by working under pressure, but also doing self-care, having a systemized life with routine, my brain, the red brain, is going to take over and I won't be able to compose myself, which will lead me to explode, have a meltdown, then have an emotional reaction in my body, voeter uit.
Explode, implode.
Dankie. Almal om my is ongelukkig.
Yep.
Ons is nou, ek en jy is nou bliksems. Ons was nou vieslik met almal, maar hulle het nie geluister toe ons gesê het stel in die gitaar se snaar nie. Ek sê sommer hier op Afrikaans. And then at the end of the day, the spiritual side of you starts to suffer, because can I tell you what I've learned through this journey? I have learned the importance of boundaries. Composure allows you to string your instrument in such a way that it is perfect pitch. If I don't say no, my composure will be out. If I don't have a boundary, if my string is too loose, I have no boundaries, my symphony is not going to play. If my string is too tight, my string is going to snap because I'm not asserting a boundary. And I'm going to just give you one last example, because I know you want to keep it sweet and short because the people's a memory name. But my son is one of my biggest teachers. That child has a wisdom that I don't even have. And I'm going to give you an example. So my father is a man in his 60s. He is a Viking. He's a strong man. He has no composure. Okay. And he will sit at the Sunday lunch table, and my mother cooks the most beautiful meals. And he will say to my son, who is now 11 years old, who we know is neurodiverse, who we know is Sheldon Cooper, who we know does not eat textured foods. We've made peace with this. He will go and my mother will cook my son his own little meal. Dis sy ouma se voorreg, nee. And Oupa will say, hierso Marcus, hier's bietjie bointjies. And then he wants to give him bointjies. And all Marcus does is he sits and he watches his meal and he does this. And he says, no, thank you, Oupa. And he eats. And my father goes, nee, bointjies is goed vir jou. Jy moet bietjie bointjies eet vir die brein. And inside, I want to go, my fy, jy weet hy gaan die bointjies eet nie, die goedheid het tekstuur, ek gaan die bointjie nou in jou oor druk. And my son for the second time calmly just goes, nee, no, thank you, Opie. And I want to explode inside, and all my son is doing is not taking it personally, he's just going, no, thank you. And this is our problem, Fransjo van Aswegen. You and I must just learn to calmly say, No, thank you.
So, just quick on the topic of
Snyf
composure.
nou sommer daai goed weer.
Yeah, kry nog. So, she's referring to the composure oil. Quick one. So, I would like to start, just briefly touch on the use of these oils.
Briefly touch.
Please, because you know what happened. You've made an oil for my little baby.
Tell them.
And something happened the other night with one of number 3, which is number 3.
No, number 3 is yours. It's Vigor. It's for the man. I made
something happened.
I made your son a special
I
blend.
never. I can't remember. But what
I made your son a special
what
blend.
happened was there was a moment where we normally apply to our hand, because that's what I thought that is what we're supposed to do at all times, and that wasn't true. My wife actually said, "No, get that oil, rub it on his back, and voila, and he sleeps like a baby." Thank you.
Pleasure.
Lovely.
Pleasure.
Right through. Oh my greatness! You should actually put that somewhere up. What do you call that? What have you made him? It's so good.
Number 9.
My wife wakes
gonna
up
get
7,
there
8
now.
times a night. Hell, I can get
Dis
to
nommer
bed.
9. Wag net jou beer op die
Genade,
ry.
genade. Okay, anyway, so this composure oil is ease inflammation. Explain to me how does that practically works. You don't need to go too deep. I just need to understand, how does it work for inflammation if this is something I inhale?
The other name for inflammation is pain or discomfort. So whenever you feel pain or discomfort anywhere in your body, brain, eye,
just rub it on there.
You just put it on there. Wherever it's the blue pain oil. So when a body is inflamed, a body is in pain, a body is sore, a body is stiff, a body is not in balance.
So just quickly on the overwhelming part.
Your
I
brain
know-
is inflamed when you are overwhelmed.
So there you go. Okay, so I've got that. I've got that now. No, really, like,
Dan vang jy dit
you
nou
know
net.
exactly what happened today and the day before. And the day before and last week. I'm quite a happy chap right now, as you can see.
Maar hy snyf my goed.
And
julle.
no, but I actually forgot about everything. My levels of what's that hormones that make
Your
you
cortisol?
My cortisol. Like this cortisol is so bad. There's so much studies now that's flooding the social media everywhere. Like where people has to have like. There's 4 pillars of, what's that word again?
Burnout?
No, man.
Cortisol?
Cortisol diets in the morning. Oh my goodness. That's gone. So, this is, it's interesting. Look, it becomes a lot of things next to your, next to my bed. What I see happening in my house now is, if my wife wants to use something, I need to use my composure again because it's missing. So it's quite something to organize the stuff, because there gets a stage where no, I don't need the stuff anymore, and then one day, bang, you're back at that requirement of needing it.
You see, if I can just change you in that way, because this is what I'm sitting with in the practice every day. Everybody wants a quick fix and nobody wants to do maintenance. We don't need to snap the snare. Wat is 'n snare in Engels? Help my, wat is daai ding?
snare.
Dit is nie 'n snare.
It is a snare drum. Bum. It's a snare.
Well, goed. You don't ever really have to go back there. Hy praat
It is, yeah.
You don't ever really have to go back there. Dis net arts. At the end of the day, if you know this is what I need to do to live a life of ease, joy, glory, and wellness, don't stop when it gets better. I tried to explain this to you in the previous one, and we'll do it again. Remember when we did Embark number 5, I said it's like oil in your lamp. So everybody comes to me, they've got no oil in their lamp. 5 wyse meisies, 5 dwaase meisies. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So now we're talking cortisol, which is perfect for composure number 7 because it helps for composure, overwhelm, and cortisol. Now you come to Beyond Wellness, you have your drips, you have your wellness sessions, you use your Embark, you do all of your stuff. I put you on this program for 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, jy's 'n nuwe mens, 10 years younger. There's oil in the lamp. What you need to do is you need to now duplicate the oil in that lamp. And that is the part that you should use, because once you've only come to the part where you feel nice and lekker and okay, there's no reserve. So now very quickly again, when life happens and all the nonsense happens, it goes back down into the petrol tank there en dan gly die clutch weer. En niemand wil vir my luister as ek sê, goed, jy voel nou bollie, warm bollie. Now we are going to sort you out and we're going to get you back on par where you feel like a person again, jy voel weer soos 'n mens. But what the clients do is the minute they feel better, they stop.
It's like better than the matter. Makes you feel bad.
Ek is so bly jy maak grappies.
So
The minute they feel better, they stop. Moenie wees soos 'n jong bruid op witte brood. Moeg maar tevrede en gaan koop 'n pak ertjies by Checkers na die tyd. Hou aan, al het jy genoeg gehad. Wees so, wanneer dit kom by jou wellness. So you have to take that extra step. If you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. So yes, you've got 17 things next to your bed and it takes more effort. And to live a life of wellness takes effort. Maar wat wil jy nou hê? Wil jy illness hê of wil jy wellness hê? So then I get everybody on a place where they are feeling well and then they go, nee, ons is nou alright. Nee, nou is dit eintlik waar die werk begin. Now it's the maintenance part.
So what does maintenance mean?
Maintenance means
Jou
that...
karretjie te gery 10,000 km stop en gee olie.
Yes.
Okay. So
mooi.
what is maintenance?
Maintenance is say, I'm
What-
going to use
so
it.
let's
You
use-
should use your Embark every day, even if you feel good.
Okay.
That's maintenance. Don't forget to use it. Don't leave it somewhere. And don't wait for the snort to snap before you start using it again. So even though I feel good, I'm going to use my Embark as my perfume. I'm going to use it as my go-to. It's part of my life. I have to brush my teeth. My net I'll put my Embark on afterwards. Whether I feel good or not good, it's good for your body. There's olie in your lampie.
And that wraps it up for number 7.
Of ek gaan my composure met jou verloor.